Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome for another year of LaSalle College High School basketball here on Bob Long Sports. My name is Bob Long. Alongside me, Danny Rovey, a junior here at LaSalle, and we'll be along for Explorer basketball home and away from now until late February, hopefully for this particular program into March. This should be a good one. It is Penn Charter taking on LaSalle. Neither team has dropped a game to this point. Basketball season well underway. And in Pennsylvania, that means something. It's a state where the hardwood is a religion. Danny, looking forward to this one. LaSalle in white and Penn Charter is in blue, and there's Warren. He's a sophomore. First time LaSalle has seen him at the varsity level, and a good start.
Yeah, well, Bob, first of all, it's an absolute pleasure to be back in the booth with you here from O.B. O'Brien Court in Winmore. I'm super excited to get underway. 2 great teams here, both undefeated. Penn Charter, 6-0 throughout. LaSalle, 4-0. Should be a great one to have on our hands.
Joe Shields got the assist. Good job with his back to the basket, and off-ball movement by Shields. Trey Shinholzer, this is G, who lost the basketball. Keith G, the senior. Also going to look at Kai Shinholster, a sophomore, getting a lot of plaudits across the state. Warren, count it, and one. How about that finish through contact?
Ryan Warren right there, the sophomore for LaSalle. Phenomenal finish.
One more look, good ball movement, little head fake, get into the middle of that zone defense, force the big man up, and that's a big-time finish.
About as fundamental as you can get right there.
Ryan Warren has all 5 for LaSalle. Bob Long, Danny Rovey, Andrew is helping us out with camera today. We're thrilled to have him. Kai Shinholder now gets a touch, defended by Joe Shields. Mark Butler. Now Keith G. and LaSalle, they start up in this matchup zone. Tough shot from the corner, it's good.
Yeah,
Joe Shields just a little late on the closeout.
This was some great stretch ball movement there from Penn Charter. I know this team can really, dish the ball at a very efficient rate.
And now they pick up 3/4 court. Again, see that ball go through the rim. You can set up that full court defense. LaSalle breaks it fairly easily. Simmons has been unbelievable in the early portion of the year. He's fouled on the play by Duran. Scott Duran, the senior big for Penn Charter. Certainly not the first time these two teams have played, Danny. They played on the road. LaSalle did at Penn Charter last year. And that was in the midst of kind of the back end of the COVID restrictions from an attendance standpoint. That was played in an empty gym, went down to the wire, and Penn Charter won the game. Good play by Trey Shinholzer and Horace Simmons. They bang knees, and he picks up the foul.
Yeah, I know. I mean, both of these teams have had some storied matchups. In years past, I think that the Interac and PCL connection has been, really, it's gotten a lot more notoriety throughout the years as both of these programs continue to build up their names per se.
One foul each way, 5:53 to go first quarter. Another thing I noticed this year, Danny, for as long as we've been doing LaSalle games, and certainly long before I started broadcasting games, LaSalle was on the bench to our left as we see it. And this year they switched benches.
Yeah, I know. Definitely a little bit of an unusual sight to see right there. And I don't really know the particular reasoning behind why, but certainly something to get used to here from the booth, that's for sure.
Kai Shinholzer, 2 straight from behind the arc for Penn Charter, dressed in the navy blues, and LaSalle in the whites.
Shinholzer, a phenomenal player for the Quakers of Penn Charter, has 3 offers now from Hofstra, Robert Morris, and UTEP.
Exquisite ball movement leads to Barczyk getting the ball back, Danny. Good off-ball movement and a strong finish.
Yeah, that ball movement's huge through a guy like Barczyk. He knows how to move that very well.
3 straight for Penn Charter. That's a second one from Mark Butler. 9-7. For a 4 o'clock tilt, not a bad crowd, a nice student section on the far side of the floor.
Well, right after school like this, not too hard to get to,
That's right. The only hard one to get to is me.
Yeah. Taking off work.
Getting out of the office. Horace Simmons, good, strong power dribble to get to the point of attack. 9-9.
That's one thing Horace does really well is he wills himself to the basket on every play that he's driving.
And in control too, right? You want to avoid those personal control fouls. Already has the 1 personal, but that power dribble to a jump stop kind of takes a lot of that out of the equation. Butler. 2-man basketball, good tip there, and kept in bounds, Joe Shields. He was kind of that 6th, 7th man last year, now a key part of this rotation. He's bulked up this year and looks really comfortable in the starting 5.
That's right.
Simmons, a little short, Duran uncontested. Now Duran looks to set the high ball screen. Butler looking to get hot. Gets himself into a tough area. Great back cut. Shinholzer and Warren picks up the personal foul. And so that is helping your teammate out off ball.
That guy, Mark Butler, number 2, ladies and gentlemen, he's definitely one of the cornerstones of this Penn Charter team. He's committed to Lafayette. He scored 20 points over Wood at Westchester for the Interact Catholic League Challenge.
Quick stoppage here at the scorer's table as they get something sorted out. First personal foul on Warren. Horace Simmons has the other for LaSalle. Halfway home here in the first quarter. What I really liked from Shinholzer on that last play, you love your stars to do this. We briefly touched on it, but recognized that his guy was in trouble, picked up his dribble. Joe Shields has his back turned to him. Shinholzer gets to the basket, finds an open space, and creates a scoring opportunity and an assist opportunity for Butler.
I agree. A lot of times, especially in high school ball here, it's not really about the guy with the ball. It's about the players off the ball and how they can move to, create some scoring opportunities. And that was an excellent job of there, right there.
So I think there's a mistake somewhere because they just flashed on the board. And maybe what they were talking about at the scores table was that Warren's second foul. They did put a second foul for him up on the board. But Horace Simmons absolutely committed the first foul on Shinholster.
Of course.
And it only shows 2 team fouls against LaSalle. So again, something we can get worked out in a break. Shinholster well short, and a good one-handed clasp by Simmons. 10-9 the score for Penn Charter after Shinholster went 1 for 2 from the line. Just into the game is Mick McKee. McKee, a sophomore, Mike McKee's son. And someone they're real excited for here.
That's right. Definitely, a lot of promise for this young player.
Going to work. And got it. Ryan Warren, the sophomore.
Yeah, you can pretty much bank on a Ryan Warren bucket once you get him in the paint.
And thinking of what it may have been at the scores table, because they put up 11. I was thinking they were saying Warren 11 with the 2 fouls. He's wearing 32. Perhaps it's Trey Shinholster with Penn Charter, and he's the one who rised up, and what a rebound. Good box out from Warren. Now McKee turns on a dime.
Salle just looking to take their time here.
A good cut off the ball. Hayes Altamar into the game. He got a touch. And miscommunication. Kept in bounds. Trey Shinholster back the other way. Good drive to the hoop. A blocking foul is called, and to the line goes Mason Smith, the sophomore.
Yeah, still some physicality there by Ryan Sorge. I like that, able to sacrifice himself in the paint there, put his body on the line, even though it didn't go his way.
Again, just a little bit of lateral movement there. Would have been far enough out from underneath the basket, I think. Good call by the official. And Sorge, a football star for LaSalle, picks up his first. Off the floor comes Warren. Checking in is Liam Hawley, the junior. Off the floor comes Hayes Altamar. Missed them both. And here comes McKee. Tim Jennings checked into the game as well. Look at him, the big man, getting position inside. Good move to the basket, able to get stripped though. Sorge for 3, yes. Garbage to gold for LaSalle, it's 14-10.
Yeah, really making use of that that miscue there from Tim, and able to bring the ball back out. Phenomenal look there from Sorge.
And nickel dimer called against Tim Jennings. We'll take another look here. Finger roll could not go from Butler. Well, we're going to miss that one, but Butler will shoot 2. Short on the second. Rebound there pulled down by Jennings. Now, again, I know these guys have been playing. Quick clock adjustment, and we'll get started. But I know these guys have been playing for, 4 or 5 games here, Danny. But my first time seeing them, I've been out doing state quarterfinal, state semifinal, and I was fortunate enough to do the state finals for football for the NFHS network. But what I have noticed in just one possession is Tim Jennings, his footwork, his aggression. He wants the ball on the post, and now he's going to get it again.
I agree. Maybe a little bit of that senior confidence there. Jennings had a key role in the system last year, and now, I think that this year it's even grown from there.
I know he's working personally with one of the assistants on this LaSalle team as well on a one-on-one basis from a training standpoint. Horace Simmons is pulled down. Butler looks good early on. In transition, it's Keith G. Final 45 seconds here of this first quarter. And it's given away, gotten right back. What a play there by Hawley. Now LaSalle can put it in their pocket if they want. 32 seconds left, but you can't give up that look. McKee couldn't quite hit it. G, one-on-one with Hawley. Dangerous pass.
Yeah, excellent dime though.
And now Penn Charter can take it all the way down with a chance to take the lead heading into the first quarter break. Down to 5 seconds. Creates a pretty good look on the baseline, and it goes. Keith G on the assist from Mark Butler. 15-14 Penn Charter. This is LaSalle basketball here on Bob Long Sports. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value. Value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important. Solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services. Whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups, at Meineke we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
Welcome back, folks. I want to tell you this second quarter brought to you by CJO Design and Construction, run by Chad Ormond, who is a LaSalle football assistant and works with the video crew there. He does a great job on the design construction side in terms of your landscaping. Help put in a pool, put in a patio or a deck, or just clean out those brushes and shrubbery that you haven't taken care of. Keith and his team can do it all for you. They helped me and my wife, and they did just an excellent job. Unequivocally would recommend them to anybody to help out with your landscaping needs. That's CJO Design and Construction, and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. Back out on the floor and ready to get going here in the second quarter, and we are just so thrilled to be back. Football season was a heck of a lot of fun, a great finish to the season by LaSalle. Now that St. Joe's Prep has finished their run to a dominant state title, we can say, other than St. Thomas Aquinas, nobody played St. Joe's Prep closer than LaSalle. One possession down in the last 2 minutes with the ball on the other side of midfield. And it was a tough year of injuries. The team played so well. Fantastic plaudits to all those LaSalle players and coaches that got them to the point that they did. But now it's hoop season, Danny.
It is, yeah. Hoop season finally upon us here. I can't lie. I really did miss this place, over this off season, and it was a phenomenal football year, and I had such a pleasure doing these games with you, Bob. And that prep game was phenomenal. That was 3.5 quarters of excellent football there, and a great game played by both sides. Unlucky for the Explorers, but it feels so good to be back, and it feels great to say it's finally basketball season.
Interesting there. Horace Simmons just picked up a loose ball foul going for the rebound. That is indeed his second personal foul. He will come to the bench.
Yeah, a bit dangerous right there this early in the game, 2 fouls, but nothing that Horace Simmons can't handle there.
So now LaSalle will need to stem the tide. A pretty strong lineup out there for Penn Charter, led by Kai Shinholster. Drive to the hoop. Ryan Warren meets him at the summit, and it's off his foot. TJ Bryson, the sophomore, thought he had a layup. Ryan Warren says no shot.
Yeah, met with an angry Ryan Warren right there.
And you see the tail end of it.
Phenomenal stop.
Back to full court pressure for Penn Charter. They can do that, of course, off the stoppage, even though it wasn't a bucket. And LaSalle breaks it well. Warren. And the call is motion from the bench. Warren sets the high ball screen. Barczyk. And now Altamar. Warren wants the basketball. Not a lot of space in those long arms of Shinholster. Make it tough for Barczyk to get rid of the ball. Nice job by Shields. He dives inside. Can't finish. And lost the basketball. 1 on 3. Doesn't matter what a finish. Keith G.
Keith G, another one, man. He's really showcased a lot of speed here so far today, and he also did that in that Wood game. He was a key fundamental piece on all sides of the ball.
It's a 1-2-2, 3/4 court press that Penn Charter is looking to get LaSalle out of the rhythm on. No turnovers thus far against that. Good look inside and a strong catch. Barczyk, back cut, and a block. Duran got the block, or perhaps it was the hand of Shinholster as well. Mike McKee from the LaSalle bench wants a foul call.
Yeah, definitely, that call could go both ways right there.
And that one might have been deflected by Warren. They are playing above the rim here this afternoon. Altamar, jump stop. Shields given the 3 instead. They'll work the offense with 5:14 to play in the second quarter.
Nice little fake jab right there by Hayes Altamar. I do like that move. LaSalle, though, looking to regroup a little bit here. Joe Shields, a little bit of a key role here at the top of the perimeter.
Warren dribbling into and out of trouble, couldn't hit it. Ended up a pretty good look at the end of it. No good on the 3. Warren brings it down. And a foul called on Duran. And Duran will take a seat. 4:38 to go. Give LaSalle some credit as Horace Simmons is going to check back into the game. They staved it off pretty well, just gave up the 2 points in the time since Horace Simmons has gone to the bench. But the other thing that has happened since he's gone to the bench, LaSalle hasn't been able to put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, definitely. And, that's one thing that comes with this high press that Penn Charter has been executing a lot of the time is that, it's going to create a lot of pressure, obviously. But, at the same time, you're going to get some open opportunities. And I think for LaSalle, it's about taking advantage of those.
Simmons, yes.
Yeah,
Got
Simmons
himself to the elbow.
He's spot up from that range all the time. For those of you who don't know, now you know. Drexel commit. He's safe to say he's the face of the program at this point in time in LaSalle basketball.
And a foul is called. Who will it be on? Let's see. It'll go against Shields, and in the area also was Simmons. I think that's the right call, certainly. But anytime he's even in the area, you hold your breath. That's clearly the foul call on Shields. Just the first on Joe Shields, 6th against the LaSalle team. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first half, and so the next foul would send Penn Charter to the bonus.
A bit of a sticky situation right there to be in the bonus at this stage in the second quarter.
Dave Bass is the head coach of Penn Charter. Mike McKee, head coach of LaSalle. He is in his 5th season with the program. And a violation will give it back to LaSalle. But again, like we said, Danny, a few times, the stoppage still allows Penn Charter to get the long arms of Shinholster at the top of that 1-2-2, 3/4 court pressure.
I know, yeah, and that's one thing about Mr. Shinholster as well is that, for a guard, that's 6'4", so obviously the wingspan is going to be phenomenal, and that's something that he can really use to his advantage regarding a player like Horace Simmons, right, as we see.
Really nice job by Simmons. Barczyk couldn't hit the 3, but Simmons drew the 2 defenders to the basket.
Oh, my goodness.
Offensive foul. Ryan Sword stands in and takes it. Player control foul will go against Mark Butler. One more look.
That right there is the thing of basketball beauty. Phenomenal move, but the charge right there, great take there from Sorge.
He certainly took it in the middle of the chest. Was he sliding just a touch? Certainly did a good job and got out from deep from underneath the basket and made it a tough call on that official. 18-16, and now Simmons with the basketball. McKee bumped on his cut. That's a tough shot. Couldn't hit it. McKee doing the work inside. Too strong from Barczyk. He's taken down and fouled on the play.
Yeah, some great physicality right there to get that offensive rebound from Mick McKee right there as whistles blow. You know, he's a guy you can walk in, you know, to LaSalle in the early mornings. You can see him putting the shots up. He puts the work in, day out, and you can see how bad he wants it.
Sorge, a big-time spot-up three-point shooter. We saw that last year. Now McKee on the cut. Good jump stop in the lane, puts it up and a little short. Maybe getting a piece of it was Trey Shinholster. Nice defense. Now it is Trey Shinholster running through a body, no call. Kai Shinholster brought it down. Bang for three. Jaden Driver, that's a freshman, spotting up, and it's all about Kai Shinholster, Danny, on the offensive glass.
Yeah, phenomenal shot right there, though, from number 5, Jaden Driver. I love the form. That was a perfect look right there for the Quakers.
How strong is Horace Simmons? Just couldn't get it over the front rim. Now 3-on-2. Shinholster. Driver pulled off his hands by Hayes Altamar.
Yeah, Hayes Altamar right there. Met him with some pressure. Phenomenal block.
Another look here, and again, look at Altamar. Way behind the play, but just going full speed to get back into it. All ball. It's excellent. Mike McKee's going to love that effort.
I don't think it's a stretch to call that a chase down right there. I mean, he was behind a fair amount. Sped up, caught up, and he was right there on that.
21-16. 2:20 to go in this first quarter. Could not hit it on the turnaround. Here's Mick McKee. Barczyk didn't know it was coming. Good adjustment in live time.
LaSalle down 5 right here. Nearly 2 minutes left to go.
Barczyk somehow came back up with it. Good finish in the lane. The assist goes to Warren.
Yeah, tough finish right there from Barczyk, one of the leaders of this LaSalle offense, and he's been groomed into his role by head coach Mike McKee.
Shinholster, that's a big-time step back from 15, 16 feet away.
LaSalle finds themselves a little bit of pressure here.
Pretty high-level game of high school basketball for December the 13th.
That's right. You know, early in the season, both these teams have got out to a really hot start, and it's been a really exciting game so far through this first half.
Oh, way to keep your pivot foot there, Ryan Warren.
Yeah, Ryan Warren has really impressed this game so far. Love what he's seeing. Love what I'm seeing on the offensive side of the ball.
Shinholster gave it up. And they'll pull this one back from Mason Smith and reset the offense with 1:05 to go. Warren, cut. Offensive foul, and again, it's Ryan Sorge.
Sorge right there. A sacrificial piece of this LaSalle defense, if you will. Great take right there for the Explorers, and that'll be LaSalle ball.
Kichi does an excellent job. Draws the second defender. Feeds it inside. Smith just a little bit out of control. And again, I think Sorge just far enough out. They're not going to paint a restriction area at the high school level, but even at the college level, it would have been close. I think he might have snuck outside that area.
Of course, and you can even make the case, too, for the foot down, if the foot isn't down. But, you know, at the speed of the game, it's hard for a ref to, you know, make the correct call all the time.
And I tell you, Sorge is making the right read just about all the time.
Exactly.
Excellent defense on the backside, and that makes you think as an offense, hey, I can't just blow into the lane here. Is Sorge going to be sitting there waiting to take a charge? He's been excellent.
He's always down there.
Now with 35 seconds to play, LaSalle can decide what do they want to do. They want to pull this to the logo and hold for the last shot.
Yeah, again, no shot clock here in high school basketball, and that's something that you know, the fans can keep in mind here when watching this game. So LaSalle here in no rush for time whatsoever, you know, looking to get the best shot available.
Shields with his back to the basket, and they'll pull this out with 10 seconds to go. Mick McKee is going to start the offense from the Explorer logo. McKee Simmons, that's a good look. Back iron. And Doran got the rebound. That's how it'll finish. A really nice first half of basketball, 23-20. And a lot of adjustments I think that these teams can make in the halftime break. This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance. That's E-A-N-D-M Insurance.com. Property and casualty insurance on the personal or corporate side. Call Chris Marr from the class of 1989. He can help you. Maybe you have a youthful age driver that is getting his or her license. He can help you through that process. It's not always fun, not always cheap when you're adding another driver to the plan. Maybe an update to your home insurance. Maybe you're buying a boat or a motorcycle. He can help you through all of that. Visit them at eandminsurance.com, or you can visit their very robust Facebook page for all the information. When you call Chris Marr, tell him that Bob Long Sports sent you. Also, Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They are LaSalle's favorite realtors, and we hope that if you're looking to buy or sell your home, you'll give Jim and Carrie a call. Tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. They helped my wife and me buy our home. Gosh, it's going on 2.5 years ago, and we could not be more thrilled with where we are. We also couldn't have gotten to the closing table without them. They are knowledgeable. They know the players in the market. Interest rate market is wild right now. They can help you put together a strong offer in what is still a crazy real estate market and get you where you need to go. So give them a call. Contact information is below. That's Carrie Guerin Boyle and Jim McLaughlin at Berkshire Hathaway. It's halftime. Stay with us, folks, and we'll be back in just a few minutes for the second half here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all four guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football, or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion.
We're back, folks, here at LaSalle, and it has been quite the game to this point. 23-20. The road Penn Charter team leads the LaSalle Explorers. This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball, run by Ryan Ansel and Matt Paul. It is a great AAU basketball organization and a one-on-one training organization. Ryan Ansel spending some time on the LaSalle bench right now. A good buddy of mine, actually, as well, was in his wedding, and he and mine. And he looks good in the LaSalle blue and gold. Came over from Swarthmore, where he was an assistant for many years, and has done a great job on the individual training side. But if you are looking to get better at basketball and looking to do some AAU teams, they do boys and girls 4th through 12th grades, and that next play mentality about putting the play before behind you and playing for one another, playing for a cause bigger than yourself, that's what they're all about. Visit their Facebook page. It's very robust and gives you a good sense for what the program is all about. Thanks to Matt, Paul, and to Ryan Ansel for their sponsorship. All right, Danny, we look at the first half stats here. LaSalle 40% from the field, just 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. So that was the bit of weakness in the statistics. But just 3 turnovers in 16 minutes of basketball. Ryan Warren, the sophomore at 6'5", leads the team with 9 points.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying this, as the half culminated there, and, it's been a high-intensity game from the get-go. And, both these teams, it does not feel like LaSalle has shot 1 of 7 from the 3. You know what I mean? It does not feel as if LaSalle has shot 40% from the field, both of these teams here have come to play. This game has been, high action, it's been high intensity, and it's been great to see, both of these teams kind of showcase their skills on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive.
Yeah, I think these are 2 teams here that you're going to see play a lot of good basketball against some quality opponents the rest of the year. I mean, this is, don't be mistaken, a Tuesday 4 o'clock matchup. These are 2 really good basketball teams.
Definitely. I think that, as, 2 collectives, they have play styles that, feed well off of each other. Both of these teams have, high-profile playmakers, but they also have guys who can really fill in and do their job when asked.
Long on the 3 in good position there by Ryan Warren, but he gave it right away. Waiting on the pass was Butler. Couldn't hit it off the glass, and another offensive rebound. Now Keith G will peel it back and let Penn Charter go into the offense. Well, from 3 turnovers to 4, an early one in the first minute of the second half.
Yep. Unfortunate offensive rebound right there for the Quakers over the Explorers as well. Maybe a lack of the Explorers tracking back on defense.
James Barczyk has a tough matchup against Butler. This is Shinholster, and that's a little wild and out of control. Altamar and Shields will get into the offense. Just a minute and change into this third quarter. Altamar, and a nice job by Doran there to face up on Ryan Warren, make it difficult for him to establish position. Altamar, great kick. Barczyk, no good. 1 of 9 from beyond the arc for LaSalle from the opening tip to this moment here in the early third quarter. And that is a high percentage look for Mark Butler, 25-20.
Yeah, Mark Butler from the mid-range is nearly automatic. He knows how to shoot that anytime.
Shields wants the basketball. Nobody comes to him. So he goes to work inside and is fouled by Doran. Just a little bit of a lower body movement into him. Shields maybe a touch out of control, but I think the call is going to come because once he sets this pivot foot, Doran's going to press forward just the slightest bit.
Yeah, I know. After the pivot foot was set, it was a nice maneuver movement right there from Shields. It was a little bit too hard to get by that, and that's a great foul drawn there by number 5.
And it shows you a little bit what Penn Charter's going to do, right? I mean, LaSalle, they've struggled from beyond the arc. It's not like every one of those threes has been contested, but they're going to run LaSalle off the three-point line and Shield there. That's carbon cut where you'd see a lot of teams throw a double in there, but they trusted their one-on-one post defender, and they were going to stay on those outside three-point shooters. That time, it's Penn Charter just beating LaSalle down the floor.
Of course, I think that play right there, one possession ago with Shields is a product of LaSalle basketball, and that's the LaSalle basketball that we know very well. If the 3 ball is not there, they're going to find ways to work it inside, and they're going to do a nice job at that. They're going to be efficient with it.
Now the double does come on Simmons, right into the hands, though, of Altamar. Barczyk LaSalle with a designed look here, trying to get it inside to Warren, who was double teamed. Now he'll spot up from the elbow, tried to go glass and won't hit it. Trey Shinholster in and out. Doran pulled at from behind there by Warren, saw the jersey tug. The official did not. 5 minutes to go, and LaSalle trails by 5. And there's a nickel dimer there. Maybe just a little bit of the elbow extension, and no doubt Trey Shinholster able to sell it just a little bit. Yeah, there's not that much there, Danny.
I agree. Definitely a little bit of a foul sell, but honestly, that's also part of the art of basketball right there. You know, these players, you know, their ability to draw fouls is just as good as their ability to, you know, play tough. I think that's just a product of maybe Shinholster's game.
It is the third personal foul against Horace Simmons. At this point of the game, he stays out there.
Exactly, because, you know, if you get a guy like Horace into foul trouble, then that creates an entirely different ball game for your team.
Shinholster, offensive foul. It was a nice dish to Doran, but James Barczyk stands in. Another player control foul against Penn Charter, and LaSalle standing in and taking some big charges.
Yeah, that's a huge selfless play right there from Barczyk, and you know that might be a theme for this LaSalle Explorers team as we go down the year this season. You know, we're going to may see a lot of offensive fouls and a lot of LaSalle bodies taking charges in the paint, and that might just be a product of, you know, the brotherhood of this team.
That's a kickball, an ambitious pass there from Warren. Fortunate, I think, for LaSalle that the ball was kicked.
Yeah, I think that LaSalle right now at least is trying to be as creative as possible, you know, given the time and given the fouls called against.
.4:18 to go in the third quarter. Just 2 points scored for LaSalle at this point. Couldn't hit the three, 1 of 10 from beyond the arc. Kai Shinholster. Now for Trey Shinholster. LaSalle staying in this man-to-man look. And it's Mark Butler taking on Barczyk. Kai Shinholster, good look. Rebound, got it. Nobody picked up Kevin Cotton, the junior.
Yeah, great putback right there from Cotton. That was basically as fundamental as it gets right there. You know, unmarked lane, able to get the ball, and that was simple as that.
And there's an offensive foul. Ryan Warren picks it up. Second team foul here in the second half. You got to be dead set. Keep an eye on Warren pinning down here, and absolutely well seen by the official. A nice angle and the right call. Timeout on the floor with 3 minutes and 32 seconds to play in this one. This portion of today's game is brought to you by CJO Design and Construction. CJO Design and Construction is your spot to do some great landscaping, whether that is doing a patio project, whether that is doing something with your bushes or whatever you might need to do, clean up the yard, remulch. They can help you through every step of that process. Chad Ormond does a great job running that organization. They helped my wife and me with a backyard project that we were looking to do and could not have been happier. Chad is also very committed to the LaSalle community. He has a son that goes to school here. And so if you are looking to support the folks that support high school basketball and the folks that support us and allow us to go on the air day after day, visit CJO Design and Construction on the web. Call Chad and let him know that Bob Long sent you. All right, Danny, out of the timeout. Big moment in this game here. Certainly a lot of time, a little bit less than halfway to go home in the third quarter and then the full fourth, of course. But you know how dangerous this Penn Charter team is. In the Interac and beyond, they got scores that can make this out of hand pretty quickly. LaSalle's going to need some stops and start to score a little bit more offensively. Just 2 points thus far in the third.
Yeah, great. You know, we were talking about this at halftime. This Penn Charter team put up 88 points against a solid Wood defense in their last game. And, You know, that's one thing about this team is that, you know, if you give them the opportunities, they're going to keep on scoring. So as for LaSalle right now, the biggest game plan is just stopping them on the defensive side of the ball. They just did that last possession, and now it's about creating opportunities. How can you work that ball inside when the 3-point's gone cold? How can you utilize guys like Jennings and Sorge, you know, in the paint right there and maybe create some chances on the offensive side of the ball?
And Jennings traveled with it. Just lost the footing. 2:57 to play here in the third quarter. Here's Butler. He's got some twitch in his step. Fantastic dish. Shin holster, a big-time finish through some contact. Largest lead for Penn Charter, 31-22, 2:30 to go, third quarter.
Yeah, Butler of the Quakers has had a very nice game with his ball movement so far. He's done a lot of good, you know, a lot of nice jobs in, you know, finding some open players in the inside of the basket.
Probably not what LaSalle wants. Jennings dribbling the ball up top there.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a player you want at the top of the key.
McKee gonna go one-on-one against the mismatch. Open three, and just a little short from Barczyk, 1 of 11 from beyond the arc for LaSalle. Good defense there by Jennings, and he couldn't get it over the front rim. That was Shinholster. And McKee, great look. Barczyk in rhythm. And just a little short. Can't argue with that look, and a great job by McKee in transition to create that look.
I agree. I mean, the looks are there for the Explorers. You know, it's just a matter of the bucket going cold, and, you know, that's just not a good sight to see if you're an Explorers fan here.
Yeah, but you know what? You keep running those plays, and you create those looks that are going to go down.
I agree.
Love the offensive execution there, and McKee pushing that issue.
Yeah, those shots will fall with time. They're great looks.
Kai Shinholster no good. And now behind the play is Smith. LaSalle should realize it.
Advantage, yeah. Oh.
And instead, they didn't realize it. Barczyk gave it away, and it was Smith way behind the play that created the steal.
Oh, yeah, just a poor awareness play there from the Explorers. They had that advantage by one man.
Tough call there, certainly. Mason Smith a little out of control. Spun into Jennings. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either, Bob. Not too sure about that. However, not our place up in the booth to here critique the officials. This game moves at a crazy pace, and, you know, that's a call that can go either which way.
And Smith can't make good on it, missed the first. Smith 0 for 3 from the stripe here this afternoon. Wholesale substitutions, Barczyk, Sorge, and Jennings out. The 5 out there now, Liam Hawley, Ryan Warren, Mick McKee, Joe Shields, and Horace Simmons playing with those 3 personal fouls. And 0 for 2, so LaSalle got away with that one. And it is a 9-point game, just 2 points scored for LaSalle, and yet a bucket or 2 here in the last minute pulls them right back in it. An important possession. Looking to get a good look. Here's Joe Shields. .22 seconds left, and now maybe LaSalle will slow it down a little bit. McKee kept the pivot foot. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. That's a deep 3 from Simmons. McKee goes up high, can't bring it down. Still 6 seconds left. Plenty of time for Cotton. Open 3, but they won't get it off. It's an offensive foul, and Horace Simmons goes down. That's a huge call on the play, less so because of the 3, but because if this call goes the other way, your star picks up his 4th personal foul. Although I don't see how that one could go the other way. Nice position.
That was a great position right there. And, you know, that's one thing that's been a consistent theme, at least, in this LaSalle Explorers defense is their, you know, their ability to draw the offensive foul from the Quakers. We've seen that, I believe, 4 times so far this game.
And McKee had a tough time handling that basketball. LaSalle does not get the shot off. And that is the end of the third quarter here on Bob Long Sports. This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance, LLC. Chris Marr, class of 1989, has been a great sponsor of Bob Long Sports for many years, and we appreciate everything that he does for us, allowing us to do what we do, broadcast the games that we broadcast, and defray some of the things we need to do. E&M Insurance, based on serving the Delaware Valley since 1988, providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They're an independent agent, meaning that E&M works with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. They can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels. E&M Insurance excels at providing the best coverage at the best rates. For any of you in the LaSalle community with youthful age drivers, call E&M Insurance to see if they can improve your coverage and save you money. Look for them on the web at eandminsurance.com. That's eandminsurance.com. Or find them on Facebook. And then Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors, our favorite LaSalle realtors. Maybe you're looking to buy a shore home or a second home in the Poconos. Call Jim and Carrie at the contact information below, and they can help you achieve your dreams, sell your home, extract that value, get you over the finish line, whatever it is you need in the real estate market, they can help you with it. We appreciate their sponsorship of Bob Long Sports and can't wait for another great basketball season with both of you. One more quarter to go. It is 31-22. Penn Charter, a defensive battle. Both teams have been really good up near the rim, have been great in the half court, running teams off the three-point line. Is there a barrage of scoring coming, or will the defenses rule the day? Can LaSalle come back from 9 points down in the next 8 minutes? A deep shot is no good. Doran picks up the rebound, and offensive rebounds have been a major advantage here in the second half for Penn Charter.
Yeah, I agree. One of the most important things for LaSalle in this fourth quarter here is just, maintaining this Penn Charter Quaker offense, if you will. Just finding ways to eliminate the classic mid-range paint shot right there, which this team is so capable of making.
Butler had 5 first half points. He certainly added to that. Some key assists here in the second half as well. Largest lead for Penn Charter. Sword looking to get some back. Short. Tipped back there by Simmons.
Salle right there with a great hustle play. Offensive rebound. See if they can do something here.
Nick McKee spins, creates traffic, and they called the walk. They called the walk on Mick McKee. One more look if we can get it here.
Yeah.
Maybe just that secondary hop. It was a good finish after all that. But back to live action here. Penn Charter, undefeated coming into today's game. Kai Shinholster, the sophomore, certainly the star and a guy that a lot of people are going to be looking for tape from over the course of the year. He missed that one from the middle of the lane. Simmons gets a good look and hits. Horace Simmons creates his space in the lane, back to a 9-point game.
Salle right there finding the basket, but definitely a call for some urgency here. Just a little bit under 6 minutes left in this game.
And a bump called on McKee. Neither team in foul trouble at this point, just the 4th team foul in the second half on LaSalle. Horace Simmons personally has the 3 personal fouls. Joe Shields checks out of the game, and Altamar checks in.
I like Altamar on Kai Shinholster there. The size matchup is relatively there, and maybe he could find some containment in this number 1 in these final minutes of this game.
Good pull-up, and that's well too far. Pretty good offensive execution, but the shot was a little clunky. Now, open three. Hawley got it. Now we got ourselves a ball game.
Huge three right there. Liam Hawley, Explorers are back in this one.
6-point game, closest it has been since very early in the second half. Kai Shinholster. Keith G. and Doran didn't want any part of that one. Shinholster missed the dunk.
My goodness.
A layup makes it an 8-point game. Shinholster tried to bring the house down.
I think the hearts of LaSalle fans just dropped on that one. Wow.
And now Butler will pull it back. Bryson traveled. TJ Bryson, the sophomore, and here comes that defense. It's really been good the whole second half, but it's amazing how a couple buckets in a row and then that defensive pressure makes the team a little tight.
Yeah, I know, a lot of change of momentum here so far. You know, that's a huge moment there for LaSalle. Let's see if they can take advantage of this. That travel that's monumental right there. That is monumental.
Because again, Penn Charter's not going to be in any hurry offensively.
Of course, and it was all because of that missed dunk there from Kai Shinholster. Would have been a highlight poster.
You got some sharpshooters out there now, Swords and Hawley.
And LaSalle's trying to load up the perimeter, it looks like.
Important to get a good look here. Less than 4 minutes to go. That is a great look. Altamar, yes! Hayes Altamar cuts it.
Yeah,
to just a one-possession game.
Well-executed possession from the Explorers right there. That's exactly what you needed. You took your time, didn't rush, and you found a great three-point look. That was beautiful.
Score is 33-30. I know we had 31 on the board at one point, but Penn Charter did have 3. And Hawley has the steal. And that one is picked. It's going to go the other way. And finished. Hawley with the one-hand pass. That's the difference there, just not enough on it. And a great defensive play by Trey Shinholster to create the look.
Yeah, and the vision from Hawley there was great, but you know that was just a phenomenal read there by the Quakers, and they were able to get a hold of that relatively easy.
Dangerous position. Contact, and he almost hit it. That's what you want there. A great play by Horace Simmons. Get that defender on his back foot, up in the air, the head fake. Really good.
I agree. You know, that's definitely a great call there in the Explorers' favor, and you need to drain both of these shots here. Every bucket counts at this stage in the game, obviously.
3 minutes left, and Trey Shinholster just picked up his 4th personal foul. It's been a pretty light rotation from Penn Charter. He's going to stay out there on the floor to this point.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's definitely interesting to have a guy like, you know, of his stature be caught in foul trouble. It's 4 fouls. So, you know, I think that maybe the Quakers will try and play him on the defensive side of the ball a little bit more passively, you know, not go in for those, you know, those tight guarding scenarios. But that's definitely something for the fans and all the viewers watching here to keep in mind with 4 fouls for Shinholster.
Horace Simmons missed the first. This would cut it to a 4-point game. (35-31), Penn Charter, under 3 minutes to go, heading to the wire here in Windmore. Pull up, short, knocked out of bounds, last touched by LaSalle's Barczyk.
Unlucky there for the Explorers. The missed time jump right there just leads to a Quaker ball.
Again, just a little short. That's one that Butler wants back. He's going to hit that more times than not. G, and it's blocked slightly. Doran, he is fouled, and who will that be on? If it's on Simmons, it's his 4th.
I think it is. Yep. Horace Simmons foul.
And it's not here. It's when he gets back up in the air. And there it is. Absolutely. On the wrists of Doran. Great positioning by that official there.
Yeah, definitely. That is the right call to make, and you know this game makes this game a lot more interesting now. Another foul added for number 23, Horace Simmons.
And Simmons, by the way, will have to come off the floor. Looks to have a little bit of blood on the elbow, and so Dave Crow, do your magic, my friend. The longtime trainer here at LaSalle, get that wrapped up quickly so that potentially even at the next stoppage or even at the next offensive possession, LaSalle can call a timeout and get their star back on the floor.
Definitely. Seems to be he'll be all right. He's
yeah,
on the
maybe
side,
maybe it wasn't blood. Maybe he just hit the elbow funny on the floor.
Sure.
So he's going to sit on the bench now. Hopefully he, for LaSalle's sake, can come back into the game at some point.
That's a player you need in this 2-minute stretch approaching us here. You know, a lot of this offense is ran through Horace Simmons, the Drexel commit. I mean, he's everything that Coach Mike McKee wants on his team, and you know he's been one of the biggest leaders for this LaSalle program.
Missed them both, Doran. And so LaSalle, they got away with a couple of offensive rebounds given up there. Timeout called by Mike McKee. 2:36 to play here in the fourth quarter. Horace Simmons back to the scorer's table, so he'll be back on for this offensive possession with those 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, it's late fourth quarter. You know, at this stage, you know, I feel like that the fouls don't mean as much as they should, and that you know, it's so late. You need this guy on for his, you know, what he brings to the floor, and you know, you're just gonna have to live with the fouls that he's been called, you know, so far this game.
This portion of today's game brought to you by the Sparring Law Firm. If your business is fighting over a contract or is owed money, you'll quickly realize the legal system is confusing and stressful. Sparring Law Firm has years of experience aggressively helping businesses and business owners navigate the legal system so they can focus on what they want most, living their lives and running their businesses. Call Sparring Law Firm today for your free consultation at 484-250-9058 or visit the website at sparringlegal.com. LaSalle, the offense has come back here in this fourth quarter. A 3-2 zone. A new look out of this timeout from Penn Charter.
LaSalle spreading the ball, but they're not finding much movement, let alone Horace Simmons.
And now they do get it to Simmons. Extra pass to the corner. Altamar got it! Down to 1.
Wow, phenomenal stroke right there from Altamar, just showing what he can do here for the Explorers.
Shows you how important it is to get the ball to the center of that zone. The defense collapses. One more pass to the corner. And Altamar finding his stroke here in the second half. Really good.
Huge defensive possession here for the Explorers. This game down to the wire.
5 team fouls against LaSalle. They have 1 to give. Shinholster and now Penn Charter looking to shorten this game. Would they dare look to take it all the way down and force LaSalle to start fouling? G hands this one off for Trey Shinholzer. Barczyk. And Butler is fouled. Barczyk fouls with 1 minute and 19 seconds left, and LaSalle practices these end game type of situations. Joe Shields will check out. Hawley checks back in. A minute 18 to go. Butler. G. Trey Shinholzer really thought about that one. Liam Hawley, tough matchup for him. Now a double team comes, and Butler spins out of it. Into the corner he goes. He nearly gives it up. Timeout. Timeout called on the Dave Bass sideline. What a job by Mark Butler. One more look here, and again, just kind of at the left edge of your screen, able to call the timeout.
Yeah, a bit of a strategic timeout right there. Wow. Now, do we have a timeout counter here, Bob? I don't know if there's any way of calculating how many timeouts these sidelines have, right?
Not on the board. It's funny, too. You know, they just went over there. one of the assistants went over to ask that very question. Like, he got an answer, but
yeah,
it wasn't spoken loud enough for us to see. But
That's
I do
right.
believe that LaSalle at least has a timeout left.
Of course, yeah.
What a game. What do you think, Kyle? First game back in the booth here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been nothing but a treat so far. I mean, and this finish is, amping up to be something of beauty here. I mean, both of these teams, it's been really exciting to see what they've brought to the floor. I've loved the way that these guys have played hard. They've played to the whistle. Both teams want it bad. You know what I mean? And that goes for, in this contest here. And then, honestly, for the rest of the year in their respective conferences, obviously a lot of talent there. So these teams want it bad. You can see that on the court here today.
Do we have a big-time finish in us here? 58 seconds left. No more fouls to give for LaSalle. Next foul would put Penn Charter into the bonus. Altamar doesn't guard the ball. Nice job to put the ball on the floor there by Butler. Who and when does LaSalle want to foul? Do they come with the double team? Yes, they do. And a foul is called, but it went off the foot of Butler, and LaSalle can't believe it. You tell me. Again, McKee times that one perfectly coming to the ball.
Oh, that's. I mean, from our point of view, that's a little bit hard to tell exactly.
It goes against Hawley too. Not even the strip here.
Yeah, because I would think it would be a reach-in on McKee, right? But I guess it went on a reach-in on Hawley then.
Wow, tough call. Little bump, I guess they got Hawley on. But games are won and lost at the front end, and Butler hits it.
That's unfortunate because, you see it over there, and even if the slightest little wrist contact, I'm sure that would justify a call from the ref's point of view, but that's just not from our angle, it's hard to definitely tell about that one.
Butler makes them both. Still plenty of time here to go get a quick two for LaSalle. 48 seconds left, trailing by 3. Full court pressure from Penn Charter. They've done very, very well to move into and out of defenses.
Officials going for some clock readjustment, I guess.
Yep. Now, if you get a good look from 3, certainly you take it.
Definitely.
But you have plenty of time. Again, still a front end of the 1-and-1 coming the other way if you are forced to foul. Of course, LaSalle's defense can coerce a turnover. We got a lot of ball game left here. Let's see what the Explorers come out with offensively.
Yep, so that's 3 seconds shaved off for the Explorers there. The clock is at 44, and it's underway right now.
Simmons pulls up. No good. And a rebound pulled down. If that's on Simmons, that's it for him. He tried to go over the back. Butler pulled it down. And that's it. They just confirmed Horace Simmons on this offensive rebound attempt here goes over the back, and he has fouled out.
It's a tough game right there in terms of the foul call. There's not really a lot you can do about that. That's just tough.
He ended up fouling Trey Shinholster and not Butler, who ended up grabbing the rebound. So Trey Shinholster will shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. And again, one miss and still a one-possession game. Let's see here. Smooth on the first one from Trey Shinholster. It's kind of how last year's game went as well. A game played in the low 40s if my memory serves. And LaSalle tried to come back. A little bit of an early lead from Penn Charter. It got within a possession, could not close it out. Now it's 39-44. I'm sorry, 39-34 with 22 seconds left. Sal does need to move quickly. Sorge almost banked it in. Rebound corralled by Barczyk. Shields will try. That one's no good. Rebound by Doran. That's the guy to foul, but just 9 seconds left.
Yeah, unfortunate possession there for the Explorers, man. You had the offensive rebound. many looks from beyond the arc. It's tough to watch. Just unfortunate.
Next foul will put Penn Charter into the double bonus. This still the front end of a 1-and-1. Doran. One more would make it a 3-possession game. Doran makes them both. And more clock issues here. I don't know what they'll do here. Mick McKee was on his way to lay it in the basket.
Yeah.
They're going to put 5 seconds left. It's not going to affect the outcome.
It will not, but definitely strange request there for the clock.
Altamar for 3 at the horn. And there's your ball game. 6 straight points to close it out for Penn Charter. They're going to win the game 41-34. And it was quite an impressive game on both sides. Really good defense.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just down to the final whistle right there. That's always a pleasure to see this early in the season. You know, definitely not the best game in the fourth quarter here for the Explorers, but the good news is that it's so early in the season and there's a lot to be learned here, you know what I mean, in terms of just, you know, foul, clock management, a lot of stuff to be learned. It's still so early in the season. I have all the faith in the world for this Explorers team to bounce back from this loss.
Impressed by the play of Kai Shinholster, Trey Shinholster, Mark Butler. Really good Penn Charter team. Looking forward to watching them as they continue on. Horace Simmons did foul out in the game, but had a really nice impact in the contest. Ryan Sorge, a couple big buckets. Hayes Altamar, really impressed by his game early on. Mick McKee came in and played some really nice minutes. You know, they have a solid club here. It's an extremely stacked Philadelphia Catholic League, but a team that's going to fight hard and look to win a lot of ball games in that league.
That's right.
Danny, great to have you again, my friend.
It's always a pleasure, and it's so great to be back in the booth here. It's going to be a phenomenal season covering some of the best talent the city has to offer. I just can't wait. I cannot wait to, you know, get back at it, and obviously some big games on the horizon for the Explorers that we'll be doing.
Next up for Bob Long Sports, the Diane Moscow Foundation Shootout on Saturday at Archbishop Wood High School. And there will be 6 games that day. We're going to have every one of them. A lot of Philadelphia Catholic League teams. LaSalle is not one of them this year, but West Catholic will be there. Archbishop Bryan will be there. Archbishop Wood will be there. St. Joe's Prep will be there. Father Judge will be there. And then some of our favorite programs from across the state. Rick Perez and the Reading Red Knights will be there. So thrilled to see those guys amongst others. And then next for LaSalle is Monday, 4 o'clock here at LaSalle College High School. And that'll be a heck of a game against Abraham Lincoln High School. They played a game very early in January last year. That Abraham Lincoln team was not playing its best, had a couple guys missing. The hope is that they're full strength. LaSalle, of course, full strength. And that's going to be a heck of a public versus Catholic League game in District 12 before the Christmas holiday and into the new year. And then LaSalle goes down to Benedictine Classic in Richmond, Virginia. Before you know it, the 3rd of January here against, it was a Cardinal O'Hara, I believe, is the opening game.
I'm pretty sure it's O'Hara.
And then, Danny, we're off and running with Philadelphia Catholic League play.
That's right.
The most wonderful time of the year.
That's right.
So thanks for being here. Thanks to Andrew for his great help on camera here this afternoon. My name is Bob Long, saying so long for now. But basketball season, it's just getting started. My football commitments are done. Congratulations to all the state champs. and all the 6 games I was fortunate to do over the weekend. Loved them, but now it's hardwood season here on Bob Long Sports. Enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your week, and we'll see you for the Diane Moscow Foundation Classic on our YouTube channel on Saturday.